Well, hello and welcome back to the Tao Manifesting Tarot, the tarot that is meant to help you manifest realistically, fundamentally, essentially. This is, as far as I know, the only tarot reading that helps you to manifest. Because manifesting, while it comes naturally and easily, is not natural and easy for us. Because we tend to overdo it, we tend to overthink it, we tend to make it more difficult, and with the world that we live in, we tend to have our imaginations weakened, subdued, even hidden from us. So that becomes more difficult. So what I'm doing here is just giving you an audio tarot reading. Okay, you're not going to see anything but what you see on the screen, the 5-card spread, that's it. And the reason is I want you to focus on those 5 cards. You can close your eyes. Many people do. They get into kind of a meditative state. My goal is to inspire you. So you have the 5 cards that you can refer to at any time. But you can get up, walk away, go get a cup of coffee, tea, water, soup, sandwich, whatever you want to do. You're still listening. You're still participating. You're still helping yourself manifest. All of that is still functioning. You're not tied to the screen. But I want you to connect with the images in your head. That's the reason for the audio version. Again, you can always refer to the screen. You see the 5 cards. You can follow along. Whatever is comfortable for you. But realize this is not a tarot reading to necessarily make you feel good. Okay? It's not flowers and candy. It's reaching into your soul, your spirit, finding what the energy, the frequency is now through the cards, and then taking that energy, that frequency, and applying it to your life where it fits. Manifesting is active. Manifesting is focused. So that's what we try to do here. My job is not to gather the likes, the subscribes, the shares, although I love that stuff. I am here for you. For you, for you, for you. Not for me. I want you to be inspired. So let's begin. Middle card is the Oracle card. It says this time around, chaos and conflict. Well, we've experienced a lot of that over the past few years. You know, it's kind of interesting. A number of people I've run into refer to the book of Revelations. And when you do generically like that, you think of all kinds of horrendous and terrible things, end times and all of that. And that may be true. We certainly don't know yet. We're not out on the other side. But when you look at the word revelation, it comes from the word reveal. If you've ever seen the movie, the Judy Garland movie, Wizard of Oz, there's a point towards the end of the movie where Toto, the dog, pulls back the curtain. They're in the castle with the wizard, and he pulls back the curtain, and you get to see the wizard for what he really is. He's a phony. That's kind of what we're doing right now in our world. We are revealing what's really been going on underneath the surface, stuff we weren't even aware of. And for a lot of people, as we're finding these things out, it scares them so much that they shut down. I can't take it. I can't do it. I can't. You have to take it. You got to do it. This is the world where you live in. And if you do nothing, you might as well hand them the jar of Vaseline because they're going to nail you good. Or you can choose to stand up for yourself, to be independent, to be responsible, and start to manifest the kind of life that you choose, not them, you choose. Because as I get older, I realize that's what life is all about. It's choice. Now, we operate in a certain life path. That's why we're not all doctors, we're not all lawyers, we're not all entertainers, we're not all football players. We all have our different path. but it's choosing, consciously choosing how you're going to go down that path. That's what life is all about. That's what connectedness is all about. So the card here up in the right-hand corner is 33, which is a special number. But the 3 is collaboration, mind, body, spirit. Mind, body, spirit. You are collaborating with you, and you're doing it very intentionally. 2 3s together. That's very powerful. You're really working. And the 2 3s added individually equal a 6. That's harmony, stability. You want to put something new together. You got all the parts and pieces. You just have to assemble them properly. But they don't want you to, because they're pushing chaos and conflict. One disaster after another, one difficulty after another. Oh, watch, the climate is falling apart. Oh, watch, the border's getting loaded. Oh, watch, we're back in another war. Oh, watch, we're back in another pandemic. Oh, watch, oh, watch, oh, watch. While you're doing that, you're dazed and confused. You're overloaded. Chaos and conflict. You have to choose to rise above it. So the first card all the way to the left is the Hangman. Perfect. Because you got to see things differently. You got to look at your life. You have to look at you. Am I doing what I would like to do? Do I have any control over my life? Or am I just a puppet and they push me around wherever they want? They told me it was supposed to be this way. I'm supposed to feel this way. I'm supposed to think this way. I'm supposed to be this way. I guess that's the way I'm supposed to be, huh? But man, it feels bad. It feels uncomfortable. So you have to look at your life and the world around you differently. That will mean unhooking yourself from the stuff you're addicted to. And a prime example of addiction is the technology. Just that phone that you carry around with you, that's the chain that you see on this card, the devil card. That's the chain that holds you to the devil. They are in control of the internet. They tell you what you know. They tell you what they want to tell you. They keep you trapped. I got to keep looking at my phone. I got to keep looking at my phone. I got to keep looking at my phone. You're never free. That's the prison that is keeping you dazed and confused. You're connected. You're attached. Could you entertain yourself an entire day without your phone? Let's say we lost power, all power, because they're talking about something like that possibly happening, which means they're probably setting it up. What would happen if you had no power? You'd have no phone, you'd have no computer, you'd have no TV, you'd have no radio, you'd have no lights. How well would you do in that? Ooh, not so good, huh? See how you're in prison? You don't even know it? That's the problem. That's the devil card. That's why you have to do the hangman thing, and you got to take a look at your life from an entirely different perspective. How can you live your life, your best life, without wearing that electronic chain? Without being dependent on them. I mean, they can shut down your bank account. They can shut down your food. They're already doing it. You see what's happening in the store. Oh, by the way, you got to have electric cars by 2026. Why? Because with electric cars, they can shut down all the cars. Take a whole city, one algorithm, boom, they're all shut. 1 million cars, 2 million cars, they can't start because they're electric. It's to manipulate. It's to daze and confuse you. We have given up our soul, our purpose, our identity to technology. We've made technology our religion. And we're standing right on the edge of Armageddon. If they were to shut down just the electricity, what would happen? Everything would shut down. No stores opened. Nothing opened. No lights, like I said. I mean, you would be going back 200 years. Boom. Instead of 2024, it'd be 1824. How would you do? So, you got to make a decision. That's the next card, 2 of Pentacles. What's important to you? Is it important that you give up everything that you have as a human being to be able to lock yourself into this technology puzzle? this trap? I mean, is it that important to you to be so trapped that you can't think of yourself living any other way? Is it so important to you to want to belong even though you're being pushed off a cliff? Got to make a choice. What's important to you?
It's 6 o'clock.
And the best thing of all is to do the Four of Pentacles. Again, we're dealing with values, but we're dealing with stability. Make a plan for you. Find out what's really important for you. If they were to have this electronic magnetic pulse that shuts down all electricity, if they were shutting down the cable companies, if they were shutting down the streaming companies, if they were shutting down the internet, which they can do really easily right now, how would you live? How would you live? Doesn't mean it would stay that way permanently, but there would be a period of time when things would have to change, not only in this country, but the world. And you may be called on to think of things that you've never thought of before. Now's the time to think about them. Quit being dazed and confused. Quit living in chaos and conflict. You are making that decision to do so. Just be advised. You are choosing to stay confused, to stay trapped, to be a prisoner. You. That's the tarot reading for today. Back again tomorrow with another manifested tarot reading. Hope you're here with me. If not, between now and the next time, peace and blessings.